Morning guys, well I'm just out in front of the chicken coop. We got more chickens. Last fall I started working out of town more, so those chickens, we had 8 of them. They really weren't producing eggs. We were getting 2, maybe 3 eggs a day, and obviously with winter time it would start to drop just a little bit. So I figured, you know, with me working out of town and the wife having to do enough chores around the house, between shoveling snow on the path, bringing in firewood and cleaning the wood stove for the amount of time I was gone, thought it would just be easier to give her a bit of break and butcher up the chickens. So I didn't really realize just how much we missed the chickens until they were gone. I wouldn't say they're family members, but they have a vital role in the household. They eat a lot of our scraps. They're fun, they're entertainment. And we get eggs. So my wife and kids like eggs. I don't particularly like them at all. So, but for them it's nice, and you can really tell the difference in farm fresh or backyard fresh versus the store-bought stuff. So this spring I wanted to get some, and if we order them from a place here in town, Farm and Feed, Krause's. But I actually got them from another guy down the road, about maybe 40 kilometers down the road. So me and Wilson, we went for a quick drive down there. It was about an hour there and back in total, and we picked up 6 hens. So here are the girls. I kind of kicked them outside and threw a bit of food down. Some of them didn't really want to come out. They would just peck food all day long and drink water. They like to peck at each other, so I kind of threw some food down so that they would come out here and scratch and eat. And you know, they're still the pecking order, but they're not plucking each other's feathers like they were. So getting them going with that. They're pretty tame, these ones. I can pick most of them up and pet them, which is nice for the kids. We did a few little changes to the coop since last year. I added a window just this morning. My buddy Josh gave me a piece of plexiglass or Lexan or whatever it is, so I put a window there. That'll add quite a bit of light, especially come winter time when light is at a premium. I still have another piece about the same size, so I might stick it on this side somewhere. I have a small window beside the door, so I'm thinking maybe above the the nesting boxes for afternoon light. We'll see how that goes. But the chicken ramp, it used to come straight out. You can see where I had cut it, and I put a 2x4 and I extended the ramp down the side. The reason for it, it used to stick out and you'd have to climb over it to go and get the eggs. And I'm hoping that over time I can get the kids to come out and check the eggs. You know, the box, oh, there's my phone. The box is a bit high, but I'm thinking that maybe if I leave a stool in here, they might be able to get up on the stool and do their thing. So they're a bit young for serious chores, but we can start. The door was really stiff. Everything had shifted over the year. So I pulled the door apart and I cut a 1/2 inch off of the width as well as the length, and now the door really opens and closes nice. I got a latch here which both kids can open, and another latch here. It's nice to have 2 just in case one's forgotten. You can see the door swings with no effort. It's got one of those spring-loaded hinges, so it does somewhat close it. I only put 1 in. Mainly to help strengthen it, but I may just stick another one in the other match to help close it. But you can see that it latches nicely, good for the kids. Put a piece of plywood here. I'm going to stain everything the same color as the house. I put a piece of plywood in. I may take this off and see about a piece of 1x6 or 1x8 pressure treated, but we'll see how that goes. Some new shavings. I had to get a new waterer. the galvanized one rusted out. I like to put apple cider vinegar in it, and I think that's part of the reason that it rusted out on me. But pretty dirty. I like to sprinkle a little DE, or what the heck's it called? Dimaceous earth. I like to sprinkle that around. It helps to kill stuff, and it's healthy for them. So that's their food setup. It's just a U out of I think it's 4-inch sewer pipe. A U with some 3 holes. You can put about 3 gallons or so of food in there, so it lasts about a week. That's a 5-gallon watering can, which will be good for the summer, and then come winter I'll get another galvanized. You can see the star of the show here. Yeah, that's how it's done, eh? So they're pretty nice chickens. They're quite tame, which is nice. Just close this up. I like to be in the habit of closing it up so that we don't have any mistakes. This one's got double latches too up top, so the kids can't really get in this one very well in the main door here, but they can at least get in here. Still have the pulleys for the trap door. It works really well. Got to adjust the latch on it. It doesn't latch properly, but I'm not too worried, because if something wanted to get in, they'd have to get through the coop, the run part, and then lift that sliding door to get through. So if it did get in, it wouldn't get out, and I would deal with it when I opened the coop up, that's for sure. So, but that's the chickens, that's the chicken coop. I'm glad they're back. I really enjoy the chickens. They eat up a lot of our scraps. They give us eggs, and the excess eggs we sell off, and basically pays for everything. So it's really a win-win. If you have room for chickens, or you're allowed chickens, I would get some. So that's the chickens in the chicken coop. I think they're an awesome thing to have. If I could recommend one thing to a homestead, it would be chickens, even over a garden. You can trade off eggs for produce. Chickens are very easy to take care of, and they're a lot of fun. So if you're in the market for chickens, or considering it, definitely buy them. There's a lot of different variations of chickens. You got barred rocks and buff Orringtons and all sorts of different ones. So you can have them as kind of an ornamental pet, a show pet, or you can have them as a meat bird or straight up egg layers. But yeah, if you're in the market or you're considering it, I highly recommend chickens. So cheers guys, and I'm going to continue cleaning up in the yard, and hope that spring stays this time. We'll see you.